All right. Welcome back, Recliner Sports Reporters to Keep the Change podcast. Brought to you
What's
by,
up?
dude, what's up, buddy? Brought to you by Anything Display and our newest partner, or I guess I don't even know if we say partner, but SoBet. We have joined SoBet. Shout out to the team over there. We are happy to join, and this will probably be our last podcast on YouTube, and future episodes will be going and moving over to the So Bet channel.
Heck
So
yeah.
you can click the link in our bios on all of our platforms, and it'll take you over to SoBet, and you can get access to premium sports content with experts that I would say have way better opinions than us. So if you're looking to really take
There you
down
go,
those
man.
books. Yeah, or just hear some good sports banner on a cool place with some just good people like me and Robbie. Head on over to SoBet today. Robbie, how are you, sir?
Oh, doing great, man. Just finally closed on the house today, so got that all done, all finished up, ready to just relax a little bit. It's been a hectic last few months trying to get that house all finished up, get everything sold, and getting moved into the new one, and ready to relax and just enjoy a little bit more football. Get to dedicate a little more time to my research now.
Yeah, and what a time to be a Browns fan. You guys are having an amazing start
Ooh.
to your season.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been saying it since the beginning of the year, and I'll keep saying it. I think we have the best defense in the NFL. And I said a bunch of times, if they can't score on you, they can't beat you. But Monday night, they proved us wrong on that. The offense can give up points, and you could still lose that way. But you know what? I'll take our chances. If our defense continues playing like this, we are going to make a run in the playoffs.
Wait a sec. Did you just hear something?
I don't know.
Dude, did you just hear like a bing in your ear?
Nope.
Bro, I'm home alone right now. Dude, I'm so scared.
Hey, I'll call 911, man. I'm hours away, so I'm no help to get there to help you, but I'll call 911 and send
Guys,
them to the Wallace residence.
if this episode doesn't get released, it's because I was
Oh,
just murdered. Oh my God, dude. I just literally
yeah,
have a heart attack right now. God
yeah.
dang.
Mac does
All
all our
right.
editing, posts everything. He does all the work. Not only is he the pretty face, he's all the hard work and elbow grease behind the scenes too. So
Holy shit. Okay. All right. But yes, the Browns, they are on a absolute tear. And I think we kind of called it too. Um, the beginning, like when we were doing our preseason stuff, the Browns have you guys have always had tough defense. I think again, it's just going to come down to can Deshaun keep managing the offense, which he's doing well. You guys did just take a big break, bad break with Chubb, and I did see Kareem Hunt's showing up on the questionable injury list. So, but you guys have
yeah,
a
he was unemployed on Tuesday. Guy just
yeah,
played his first football game of the season, took his first hits of the year. He'll be all right.
just a
He's
little
a little
banged up.
sore right now.
Yeah,
He's just trying to get some rest, just like all those other old guys on the team.
yeah, he's just a little banged up. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Well, let's get into it. We have 4 games to break down for you tonight. We have Thursday night's game plus our 3 games of the week that we think are the best bets for you all. So let's break into the Thursday night game. We have the Lions and the Packers. I am still riding high on the Lions right now. But what is your take? How do you see this one playing out?
I don't typically like the state of Michigan in a lot of reasons, for a lot of reasons, in a lot of ways. I like this Lions team.
Keep going.
All right. You good? Yeah, we're good.
Dude,
But I like this Lions team. I like Dan Campbell coaching it. I like the way that they play the game. And I see the Lions pulling it out. This just feels like a Thanksgiving game to me. It's Thursday. It's Lions Packers. I might just have to cook a freaking turkey and some stuffing and mashed potatoes. But predictions for the game, I have the Lions covering the spread. I got Goff throwing for over 250. His line right now over 1.5 touchdowns. Jordan Love's going to throw at least one pick in the game. And I got 50 rushing / receiving yards from Jahmyr Gibbs. And I've said it before a bunch of times. I'm going to say it again. He's finally going to break into the end zone. The kid's too explosive. Jahmyr Gibbs gets in the end zone tonight. So Lions covering the spread. Goff, 250 yards, over 1.5 touchdowns. Jordan Love to throw a pick. Jahmyr Gibbs to score an anytime touchdown. And Gibbs with over 50 rushing receiving yards. There's a nice little 6-legger for you.
dude, I love that bet. Lock that in. Lock that in right now. That is the Thursday night bet because I am all in with you on Goff's overs. Everything.
All
Take
of them.
take the overs on the passing yards, take the overs on the completions, take the overs on the passing touchdowns, take it all because I think Goff is playing absolutely lights out right now. I agree with you. I think St. Brown anytime's good. And Jahmyr Gibbs,
He's got to get in eventually,
he's
man.
gonna get in. He's gonna get in. He's having too good of a season. He just needs to find the end zone. Um, and I think the Lions run away with this one. I think you're getting great value right now. I think you take the spread on them. That'll get you a better bang for your buck. And I think they definitely cover. But if you don't think that they can cover 1.5, because that's where I'm seeing the line at, which honestly is like I don't know how you can't cover 1.5.
Easy.
Then just take the money line if you really think they're only going to win by one. But I don't see how they lose this game. But I'm all in with you. I'm taking the Lions over the Pack.
Heck
Um,
yeah.
all right. Moving on to we have big rivalry with the Bills and Dolphins and two teams
That's
right
just in.
now.
The Dolphins scored another touchdown on the Broncos. I
Yeah,
know the game ended 3 nights ago, but
just
they
in.
scored again.
Um, wow, talk about a butt whipping. Um,
Whew.
this is going to be an interesting game. I I'll get things started on this one. I typically would say don't bet overs in divisional games, but this one I see as going over. Um, I see Tua's going to go over. I think Hill's going to go over on yards. I think Allen's going to go over on his yards. Um, I think Mozart's going to go over on his rushing, and he's good for an anytime touchdown. Um, and I see this game as being an absolute shootout. So I'm also going to be taking the over in this game. And a team that I think is gonna win, and I think there's great value here because the Dolphins are underdogs right now, and the line I think you get it in as early as you can because I think the closer we get to game time, I think this thing's gonna either go down to a pick 'em or you're gonna start seeing a little bit more money come on the Dolphins. But right now you can get them at plus money, so I would take the money line on the Dolphins because you're getting them with a pretty good value. I think the
Oh yeah.
last time I saw him, it was like plus 130, which is that's to me is you just beat a team by 50. So
And yeah,
you
I
should be a
I
little
got some
higher than
money
that.
already on the Dolphins just to be safe. I took the
Same.
points. I got Dolphins at plus 3.5.
Yeah, that's outrageous to
You're
me.
telling me you just blew a team out by 50 and you're getting a gimme field goal in the next game?
Yeah, I'm all over
That's
that with
that's a
you.
no-brainer.
Yeah, I'm all over that with you. But yeah, that's how I see this one playing out. This one's going to be a fireworks show. I think you take the overs on everything, and yeah, I'm rocking with the Dolphins. Fins up, baby.
Yep. So I got a little four-legger going on this one. I got the Finns at plus 3.5, Tua with over 235 yards, over 20 completions, Josh Allen to throw another pick, and the cheetah Tariq Hill getting an anytime touchdown.
That's good. He's on fire right now. That whole Miami offense is really lighting it up right now. They're fun to watch. Good for
Oh yeah.
we've kind of said it, for a while. Mike Daniels is he's a great coach, and he's really innovative, and I mean he's all the pieces and everything just kind of coming together right now. And I think we also agreed that this Dolphins team's going to go when Tua goes, and Tua's playing exactly like we know he can play, and the
Mm.
Dolphins are doing a pretty good job of keeping him healthy.
Yep, and that's all it comes up to. We said at the beginning of the year, if he stays upright, they're one of the top teams in the AFC, and they've done a good job protecting him, getting the ball out of his hands so far. So
Yeah,
we'll see if McDaniels can just keep that game plan up and keep the offense moving. Because if so, watch out.
and more importantly, I think it's just going to be another fun game to watch. That's
Oh
one
yeah,
that I'll be definitely I'll be having
it's
on
gonna be a
my
barn burner.
yeah, I'm gonna be having on at least one of the TVs. Um, but the one that I'm definitely going to be watching, the Bengals finally got in the win column. Bengals and Titans.
Ooh-wee.
Um, so this one is not a divisional rivalry, but there has been some bad blood over the kind of the last 2 years in uh, the way Ted Karras left Nashville last year. He was quite ruthless with Tennessee's fans, and I think we have created our own little bit of a bad blood rivalry between us and the Titans. But the Bengals and Titans, I think, is going to be an absolute war of a game. Both the games that they've had against each other have been really gritty, close games. Um, I am actually going to really suggest that you take the under on the points here. I think
I
this
had
is
that
being
as
a
well.
I think this is being a really low scoring contest, and I will be betting unders on Bengals game until I feel Joe is back to 100%. I think he's right now just kind of doing enough to win. I think so. I have a really interesting lines to take here. Watching his performance this past week, take his over on completions. Joe is doing a great job. He's got the second fastest um, snap to throw time right now at 2.4 seconds. He's getting the easy short routes. I think they've kind of figured out what they want to do. I think teams are going to keep doing what the Rams did essentially, which is play the two high safeties, and they're going to just make sure they don't get beat downfield. So I would see most teams doing the same thing, but Joe is taking the easy route. So I would take his receptions, um, or his completions. I'd also take receptions for Jamar this week. The overs on that. And T is coming off a really bad week. The dude couldn't catch a cold. I think Joe's going to be feeding him the rock. So I think he's got full faith in T. I think he's going to get T a little bit of confidence back. So I would look for T to get some receptions. Um, I would take the over for rushing for Henry. I think that dude's going to get his yards. I think he's going to get his. And the Bengals' run defense really hasn't been extremely well. But on the flip side, their pass rush has been amazing. These guys already have 13 sacks this year. So I'm taking the over 4.5 sacks for the Bengals on this one. And then, I mean, Logan Wilson had two of them last week on Stafford. So I wouldn't be surprised if this Bengal defense can get at least one interception on Tannehill. And you're talking about Titans offensive line that's given up 13 sacks. So already through 3 games. So I think we'll get after him. I think Tennessee's best chance is to kind of run Henry ragged, but that can only last so long. So I still think his over hits, but I'm gonna keep the Bengals money line. I'm staying away from the points on this one, and like I said, I think I'm gonna be staying away from if the Bengals get points, or or getting or giving up points. I'm going to stay away from their spreads because until I see Joe as being a guy that is like healthy, don't see the Bengals as winning these barn burners anymore. I think until
Mhm.
he gets right, I think we're going to start seeing a lot more. This is just going to, we're just kind of in survival mode right now, which sucks to say early on in the season, but I do see him pulling it out though. But it's not going to, I don't think it'll be pretty.
Yeah. So
What's your thoughts?
first thing, I got another 5-legger put together on this game. First one I picked was the under on the points too. They got it right now at 40.5. I got the under on that. I think the Bengals cover the spread at -2.5. Feel like they're going to win the game. I got Burrow throwing for 250 yards, a Jamar Chase anytime touchdown, and I think the Bengals come away with at least 2 sacks in this game. I got 2+ sacks. After watching last week, that Titans offensive line looked like nothing but straight Swiss cheese.
Yep.
It was just holes all over the place. The Browns defensive line was spending more time in the backfield than Derrick Henry was because Derrick Henry was getting knocked over every time he touched the ball. That line is just terrible. They're bad. There's no other way to put it. Feel bad for some of the players. Feel bad for Derrick Henry because I don't think he's ever had to run behind a line like this before where he's getting hit by 2 guys as soon as he gets the ball handed off within half a second of him getting the ball. 2 guys right there in his face. He's not able to run north and south like he likes. Jim Schwartz had a great game plan last week. Said we want Derrick Henry running essentially said east and west instead of north and south, using some Cleveland highways 90 and 71 there as his road marks. But I think if the Bengals can do the same thing, they're going to shut him down again. So
I
I
like that
agree.
too. Jamar Chase is due. He's due for one, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, he's one of the best players in the league. They don't stay out of the end zone for that long,
Yeah,
and like
and
that's unbiased from a non-Bengals fan.
yeah,
Jamar
and
Chase is one of the best offensive players, skill position players, playmakers in the NFL.
yeah,
No questions.
and he did everything but score last game. Um,
Yeah.
Dude almost he tied the record for the team history for
I
most
almost,
receptions in a
now I'm
game.
thinking about it. I When we get off here, I'm putting money on Jamar Chase for the first touchdown of the game.
Oh, that's a good bet. That's a dude. I love first touchdowners. They're
Just
such a
quick
rust.
excitement.
They're such a rust. There's such a rust. Um, all right, buddy. Last game we're gonna talk about again the second division rival we got. I will pass this one on over to you. Browns versus Ravens, my guy. What's your thoughts on this one? What's your best picks?
Well, first of all, F the Ravens. Try not to swear. Do better at that. Don't like them. Don't like them one bit. Don't like Art Modell. Don't like Ozzie Newsome for being a traitor. They're all traitors. They took our team. So, first thing I'm going to say is we are going to absolutely destroy the Ravens on Sunday. That front seven, the front four, our defense is going to smack Lamar Jackson around so much that I don't even want to see him playing in the fourth quarter. No offense. I want this to be like week one. End the game in 3 quarters and have them send whoever their backup is in for the fourth quarter because it's not worth running Lamar Jackson out there. Miles Garrett, Zadarius Smith, Okambara, whatever, however you say his name, Dalvin Tomlinson, Big Mo Hurst. That dude's been one of my favorites. Getting the belly rub celebration going. He's been in the backfield a few times and he gets that big belly rub going. That Browns defense has me excited. And I really think Browns cover this spread. We got Browns -3. I got under 40.5 points. Jerome Ford getting back in the end zone again with another touchdown, and Elijah Moore with over 5 catches is my bet for the game. Which probably going to be more before then, but That's my first one I came up with. I feel good about.
I love it. I love every bit of it, and I'm right there with you. Um, I think Miles Garrett's good for a sack for this game.
Hmm.
Um, and I would slam the under on Lamar's passing. I think this
Oh yeah.
dude's if the Ravens can get this done, it's not going to be on with Lamar's arm, it's going to be with his hand. I think the Browns defense is going to be able to apply pressure, and I think your secondary is really, really good too at getting that coverage. I think the only thing that you get worried about is if Lamar starts scrambling. I think this is going to be one of your biggest tests in terms of mobile quarterbacks that you guys have had to face.
Hmm.
So that and Lamar does have a natural ability to get out the pocket, but I don't think he's going to. I don't see him as getting like passing yards. And I don't see him getting balls out. If he does anything, it's going to be with his legs. So I would slam his under on the passing. I would slam the unders on the passing touchdowns. I would
I
slam
don't
the
know what the line's at, but the over on his rushing yards might not be a bad idea.
not a bad idea at all. I think that's a good bet to take. But I will also say again, opposite rule. Again, this is usually my rule with these games. Is take the under on divisional rivals. I think the under's there. And again, I know I broke the rule going with the Dolphins and Bills, but those two teams have been electric. I think the Ravens or the Browns defense, I think they're going to hold the Ravens in check. And honestly, offensively, the Browns haven't necessarily kind of just found the rhythm yet. And with Chubb being out, you kind of lost your weapon. But Cooper is back, or someone is
Cooper
back, right?
Kupp.
Yep.
Man, we got everybody. Everybody's
Yep.
healthy right now, aside with the exception of Nick Chubb.
So you guys will
The
be
big one
firing
in
all
defense,
center.
we got Greg Newsom supposed to be back this week, who
Yeah.
Jim Schwartz has said, in his opinion, is the best nickel corner in the NFL right now.
Yeah, so I see the Browns doing their part offensively, but I also see their defense not allowing the Ravens to get too much. So I think the under is a good line to take here. And I agree with you. I think the Browns money line is I think for me that's the best value bet you can get. I like the Browns money line here.
Yeah, and not to go on and rant too much about the Browns defense, but not only is that front seven the best in football, we could arguably have the best secondary in football right now. Denzel Ward is encroaching on being the best lockdown corner in the NFL right now. His biggest downfall and the biggest knock people can put on him is health. When he's on the field, he doesn't give up catches, he doesn't give up yards. Greg Newsom, Jim Schwartz is a great football mind, one of the best defensive football minds in the league right now. When he tells me Greg Newsom is the best nickel corner in the NFL, I'm going to listen to him. I'm not going to argue. And on top of that, MJ Emerson also helping out outside as a second year player has been killing it. But the one that I want to talk about is Grant Delpit. Dude was a second year pick out of LSU, has battled some injuries throughout his career. I've been super high on him. He's a big guy, he's super fast, he likes contact. He's finally getting it all put together this year. This is the first year he's been able to stay healthy so far, knock on wood. And Delpit is just out there making plays. I'm honestly thinking about I got a 22 Cleveland Indians jersey of Jason Kipnis. So I'm thinking about going ahead throwing a Grant Delpit jersey in the mix there to go with it.
You're not a true Browns fan unless you do that.
Oh, shoot. I don't have a player on the active roster right now. That hurts me in a lot of ways. I got 8 different jerseys hanging up in my closet, none on the active roster.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you have to. You have to get someone at least with who's playing right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wear my Baker jersey anymore. He's down there killing it in Tampa.
And
Another loss last week, which the best for him.
what better than Delbert, right?
Yeah,
All right,
I
buddy. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. Good luck to everyone on their bets this weekend. We appreciate you all for tuning in. Um, remember to head on over to SoBet. You can find them. They have the SoBet app. and you can get experts like ourselves to, and mostly just fun content. They're a good group of guys, and they have a cool thing going, and we're excited to be joining their team. And
Nice.
good luck to everyone on their bets this weekend. Drop in the comments below what you think about our picks. Do you think they're crap? Do you think we're crazy? We love all the hate. Thanks to everyone who reminded us that Colorado did not cover the spread. We appreciate all of you. Um, but we keep receipts, and we also keep the change. So thanks everyone. See you next week. Robbie, I'm sure I'll talk to you before the games. Have a good one,
Oh yeah.
buddy. Good job as
Love you, man.
always. Love you, buddy. And
Everybody
keep
have
the
a good
change,
night.
everyone. Bye.